In a world full of brilliant minds, have you ever wondered what it would be like to meet a man who could do everything? Imagine a man who was not only a painter, but also a scientist, inventor, musician, architect, and much more. A true wonder whose very name tells a story. Da Vinci does not serve as a surname, but rather indicates his origin. It means from Vinci, a small village in Italy where he was born. A fact that not only highlights his humble beginnings, but also reminds us that greatness can come from the most unassuming places. Born nearly 5 centuries ago to a respected lawyer and a humble farm woman, his birth stirred controversy due to the vast differences in social status. And his illegitimate status meant he was never given a family name in the usual sense, a detail that would forever mark his identity. As a curious child, he spent endless hours observing the world around him, studying flowers, birds, fish, and insects with an intensity that set him apart. And his father, noticing a spark of exceptional talent, once handed him a shield and challenged him to create something remarkable on it. The resulting drawing of a fierce beast was so impressive that it fetched a handsome price, setting him on a path that would eventually lead to apprenticeship under one of the most renowned painters of his time. Under his mentor's guidance, Leonardo learned the basics of painting, while his insatiable curiosity drove him to absorb knowledge from every field imaginable, be it mathematics, anatomy, engineering, music, or even military science. And this self-taught mastery across multiple disciplines is what ultimately transformed him into a true Renaissance man. Have you ever felt that burning desire to understand everything about the world? If so, please share your thoughts in the comments below, because this story is as much about exploring our own hidden potential as it is about the life of one extraordinary individual. Despite his vast talents, Leonardo was a perfectionist to the extreme. Many times he would destroy his own work simply because it did not meet his incredibly high standards, leaving a legacy of few completed masterpieces that were each crafted with extraordinary care and detail. One of his most famous projects, a monumental mural in a Milanese church known as the Last Supper, perfectly encapsulates the mystery and genius of his work. Picture a long table set for a final meal, with Jesus at the center, surrounded by 12 disciples, each depicted with expressions of shock, intrigue, and a hint of something deeper, as if they were privy to a secret that was about to change everything. Leonardo's subtle use of gesture is mind-boggling. The hands on the left side of the table seem to gesture downward, while those on the right reach upward, a visual metaphor that many believe represents the eternal battle between light and darkness, a theme that recurs in his work. And have you ever noticed that, despite the somber tone of a final meal, the window behind the figures is bathed in bright daylight? Some interpret this as a clue, hinting that the scene might not be just an ordinary depiction of a farewell, but rather a symbolic representation of rebirth or a foretelling of a greater hidden truth. As if that weren't enough to pique your curiosity, there's even speculation that the arrangement of bread on the table forms a musical score, with one note intentionally played slightly off-key to hint at betrayal. A clever nod to the idea that art can speak volumes without uttering a single word. Does this mystery spark your imagination? I'd love to know your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. Yet, despite his incredible artistic feats, Leonardo's life was not without personal hardships. Abandoned in many ways by the conventional structures of his society, he was raised by his father alone, a man who, despite his high social standing, could not bridge the gap between the worlds of privilege and humble origins. This personal void, especially the absence of a mother's affection, may have fueled his lifelong quest for perfection and understanding, compelling him to explore the depths of nature, human anatomy, and even the mechanics of flight. His notebooks filled with ingenious sketches and ideas written in a mirror-like script that some say was intended to keep his secrets safe, reveal designs for flying machines, early concepts of bicycles, and meticulous anatomical studies derived from the dissection of human bodies, a practice that was both revolutionary and forbidden in an era dominated by strict religious dogma. Imagine the shock and awe of his contemporaries when they glimpsed into the inner workings of his mind, a mind that seemed to operate on a completely different plane of existence, where art and science were not separate disciplines, but parts of a single, intertwined quest for truth. Even his personal life has been the subject of endless debate. Never having married, Leonardo dedicated himself entirely to his work. Some have speculated that his reclusive nature and profound focus on his art might have been a way to cope with, or even transcend, the loneliness of his unconventional upbringing. Could it be that the enigmatic smile of the Mona Lisa, one of the most famous portraits in the world, is not merely a smile at all, but a subtle, mysterious message left by a man who never fully belonged to the conventions of his time? In this masterpiece, the identity of the woman has sparked centuries of speculation. Was she simply the wife of a wealthy merchant, or perhaps a symbolic representation of an ideal, a composite of Leonardo's own inner world? Some theories even suggest that hidden layers beneath the surface of the painting might reveal earlier sketches or entirely different subject, adding yet another layer of mystery to an already perplexing work. It is also worth noting that the smile itself defies the norms of its time. In a period when noble subjects were expected to maintain solemn expressions, the subtle, almost teasing smile of the Mona Lisa was a daring act, a quiet revolution in portraiture that continues to fascinate and baffle art enthusiasts to this day. And yet Leonardo's genius was not confined solely to the realm of art. Even in his later years, when he served as a trusted advisor to powerful rulers, his insatiable curiosity led him to tackle challenges that spanned the entire spectrum of human knowledge. His legacy is measured not by the handful of paintings that have survived, but by the indelible impact he left on the world of art, science, and beyond. A testament to the idea that true genius is not about quantity, but about the relentless pursuit of perfection and the courage to explore the unknown. As we reach the end of this incredible tale, remember that Leonardo da Vinci was more than just a painter or an inventor. He was a visionary who dared to defy the boundaries of his time and imagine a world without limits. His life reminds us that every great discovery begins with a question, and every masterpiece starts with a single, imperfect stroke. So, are you someone who loves to unravel the mysteries of history and uncover hidden truths? Do you find yourself drawn to stories of extraordinary lives that challenge the status quo? If so, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below and join me in celebrating the enduring legacy of a man whose name, Leonardo da Vinci, continues to inspire wonder and ignite our imagination, proving that sometimes the greatest mysteries lie not in the works we create, but in the stories behind them.